Hello, everybody, and welcome to my update today on the Ring of Honor Destination America uh, TNA triangle, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's a triangle. This, by no way, shape, or form, is a relationship that was put together in heaven. I guarantee you that. And the more and more that news breaks, I said this last night on the Brand Speaks, one of the shows we have on the Realm Network channel. I said this last night on the Brand Speaks. When I look at all the parts of this puzzle and, what is being reported, and not so much what's being reported by dirt sheets, because dirt sheets are 50-50. There's usually a shred of something in there, but then there's embellishment, gossip, hearsay, and rumor, and untrustworthy people. So they're very hard to believe. So when I look at a situation like this, I'm looking at what the companies say. I'm looking at what Ring of Honor says. I'm looking at press releases from Destination America. I'm looking at responses from TNA. That's what I'm looking at. That's where I come up with my theories. And knowing the wrestling business, knowing some of the people involved, knowing television networks to some extent, it gives me an educated guess of what I think went down. And this is exactly what I think went down with the ROH Destination America TNA situation. First of all, the news broke last week. One of the dirt sheets, about basically TNA was in trouble with Destination America. They intercepted an email, within Destination America. This is why I hate this crap. I'll tell you why. Why are you in a company's email trying to intercept emails? Why are you receiving information from people that really isn't for your eyes and none of your business and really doesn't mean anything? If that Destination America news doesn't break, last week with TNA being on the outs, how does that affect me as a wrestling fan? If it was never said, if an email from Destination America was never leaked, how does that affect me as a wrestling fan? It doesn't affect me as a wrestling fan. What it does now is it takes TNA, it takes all the employees of TNA, it turns their lives upside down. Are we going to have a job? Are we going to be able to support our family? Are we going to be on the air? It causes turmoil. That's what dirt sheets do. They cause turmoil. That turmoil did no good for anybody. Nobody. And quite frankly, interoffice emails are none of my business. But I'll tell you who it did wonders for. It did wonders for Ring of Honor. Because what Ring of Honor did, from what I'm gathering, Joe Knopf, today in a report said, well, we had a contact inside of Destination America. No, let me translate that to you. What probably happened is this. The news broke last week with TNA, Destination America, basically finances not working out. A inter-office Galactica email is intercepted. Next thing you know, this news is all over the place like wildfire. Joe Knopf, Ring of Honor, sees this and takes absolute advantage of this, in my opinion. He calls Destination America. He's confirmed we had a contact at Destination. So they call Destination America. They see the situation, and what do? They undercut TNA. That's exactly what they do. Listen, the reports I'm reading from Destination America, they are going to play the syndicated episodes of Ring of Honor that Ring of Honor was producing anyway for their broadcasting partners. So producing those episodes of television is costing Ring of Honor nothing. What they did is they offered those episodes to Destination America for a cheaper price than Destination America was paying TNA. For all I know, they gave them the programming for free. What did Ring of Honor have to lose by handing over this syndicated programming for free and basically saying to Destination America, give us 26 weeks. In those 26 weeks, we will do ratings as good as TNA and will cost you a whole lot of money less. Because Destination America had said, if you read the memo, it said the ratings were strong for TNA, but the monetary side of that and the finances of what it's costing us for this show doesn't add up at the end of the day. Therefore, if they can get Ring of Honor and they can get them for a lot cheaper, now they have their wrestling show with strong ratings at a much cheaper pay scale. And in my opinion, that's what happened. Joe Knopf, Ring of Honor, saw the news on the internet, contacted Destination America, undercut TNA, went in through the back door. They were given 26 weeks to prove themselves at a very cheap rate, if not for free. I'll be totally honest with you. And here's another thing. Let me tell you something. The people in TNA now, and I worked with a lot of these people, and let me tell you what's happening right now. The boys are putting over the situation right now because the boys just want to work. So the boys don't know if in 26 weeks there's going to be a TNA and a Ring of Honor, there's just going to be a TNA, or there's going to be a Ring of Honor. They don't know. So the boys have to put everybody over in this situation, hoping that they get a job with the winner. But I got to tell you this. People in management at TNA that are putting this thing over, I got to be honest with you. To me, that's ridiculous. From the looks of things and from everything that can be gathered here, they were undercut. Ring of Honor went through the back door. And, that's good business on the part of Ring of Honor. Whatever it takes, whatever they have to do. But you can't tell me for 1 second TNA was in on this. TNA was okay with a competing wrestling company, put on their network an hour before they come on. Listen, I ain't buying any of it, but I'm the first one. Listen, that I'm telling you, listen to me. There's no sources. There's no deep throat. There's no cockroach in the corner feeding me anything because I haven't asked anybody. The reason why I'm not on the phone trying to get the scoop, because quite frankly, it's none of my business. If they want to give us the scoop, they'll give us the scoop. And I respect that. So I'm not one of these guys that I'm calling this guy and calling that guy. I got much better things to do with my time. But this is my speculation. This is my theory. Looking at the information that has been given to us from legitimate sources, those legitimate sources being TNA, Destination America, and Ring of Honor. Based on that, this is my conclusion. Now, at the end of the day, obviously, we'll see how all this plans out. I hope everybody wins. Listen, I've said this a million times. I have friends, guys, gals, dozens of them in the wrestling business. I want them all to be working. I want them all to be supporting their families. That's all that matters. Trust me, there are enough wrestlers out there right now unemployed, going from paycheck to paycheck, going from indie show to indie show, trying to pay their bills. Me on my end here, it's not easy when you're on the outside looking in. You got to hustle. You got to do everything you could do to make a living. It's not easy. I don't want my friends, and even if they're not my friends, I don't want people being put in this situation where they have to worry about work and the opportunities are just not there. If this works out for both companies, it is, obviously a win-win for everybody. But again, Joe Knopf making the statement, we had contacts inside of Destination America. That tells me they went in through the back door. And, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. It's business. And they did what they had to do. And now all of a sudden they're on a network. They're on Destination America. And, whatever they had to do to get there, they did to get there. But that's my assessment of the situation. I'll follow it. I'll keep my eye on it. If anything further develops or I have anything more to say about the situation, I'll let you know. But until then, listen, everybody. everybody. Realm Network, VinceRussoBrand.com. You can read it all. You can see it all. Everything is there. Have a great day.